Well, do you think it was a little bit harsh? Do you think like they trying to make an example out of him? Just like a little bit.
You gotta do the time.
And then he wasn't behaving well. You see the point of it? It's what they trying to like 4 more years of straight. Thank you, sister. Gotta go somewhere. But have a good one, guys.
It's your boy Avo, coming back with another one. Joe. But it's one of those posts that is kind of like, I'm gonna dedicated to the minions. Before I talk about the Flacco situation, I want to talk about the minions, and I want to, like, you know, just the minions. You know, you gotta like just narrow it down. So I want to start with minion number one. I was thinking about a nickname, but it's actually Regular Pills, aka Neo-Nazi. You know, instead of neo-Nazi, Neo-Nazi Pills. Pills is one of those immigrant kids that was born in Nigeria, came here very young, you know, has a father with multiple kids, just like Poetic Flacco. So I see what, you know, that's Pills' connection with Flacco. But Pill as a whole is a professional troll with a lot of mental illness problems. He copes with smoking weed. This kid is like less than 20, works at AutoZone, can't get no bitches, you know, and like it's just sad to see this little kid really spend most of his best youth time in here. Like he will be at work here, and you know what's the funny about Pills is that Pills is one of my biggest haters. He's actually pretty good at triggering me as a Generation Z. I feel like they always find ways to say, well, like, you was born, you saw the towers fall, and then they make it seem like, yo, you was alive 20 years ago. And yes, I was alive 20 years ago. I was doing pretty cool shit. They get mad when I tell them, hey man, what you was doing in your 20s? Now, this guy Pills, my problem with Pills is that he's not African American, but he forgets that he's not. Like, there's some immigrants like Pills or Flacco that, even though Flacco has a stuttering problem, some immigrants, they end up speaking so good, and they've been portraying a farce this whole time, even though Pills is super dark, so you know he's not from you. You know, like, bro, you came from out of America. Like, you know when you see a black person, like, you could tell, like, there's no colonizer in them. Like, it's just straight blackness. Like, you go, grandma black, grandfather black, you know? At least, black, you know, some black people is different because they're kind of more interracially correlated. But Pills is just a self-hating Negro. Like, he hates black people. He thinks he's better than black people. He thinks that black people do nothing but complain. And one of my biggest arguments with, you know, when I used to be in Surviving Flacco was that, like, I was like, yo, bro, why you so mad? Like, why you hate them so much? Why you don't understand that if it wasn't for black people, like, if you're an immigrant, you should shut the fuck up. That's why I'm making these ones first. Because it's like, all right, I get it if you're American and you're criticizing me for the way I'm outspoken and all that shit. I totally get it. If you're a black American and you feel like I'm non-FBA and I'm, you know, using cloud from you guys, I get it. That's understandable. Now, for you to be an immigrant from a whole nother continent and trying to like build this form of like, oh, let's just shit on this guy because he's an immigrant. Like, bro, you an immigrant too. Like, do you forget where you come from? Did you forget where you come from? And it seems like he actually did. He actually forgot who he come from. Yesterday he was high on shrooms while going at work. Oh, but he won't tell you that when his boss was beating him up on Discord, I happened to like, yo, bro, what's going on? Why is he yelling at you? Like, he's being disrespectful. Pills ended up fighting his boss. His boss beat the shit out of him. He ended up filing a civil rights lawsuit because I told him where to go, what to call. That's what those motherfuckers will never tell you, and that's what they're ungrateful bastards. And I said already this, I don't fuck with Flacco. I'm officially not fucking with Flacco Discord. Next motherfucker we're gonna talk about is Lone Wolf. So I'm after pills, Lone Wolf.